Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I still almost forget that that's the short version intro and not the full, the full track like we used to use. I almost sat here reading chat, drinking hot chocolate, waiting for the song to be over, and then I was like, oh, wait, it's fading out. Shit. Got to get on it. It's another Take the Alpha podcast. It's Thursday, November what is it today? The 14th. 2019. The change over here. And look, this is just...
We got black this. Now. Look.
We went black. This is the interim fix, quote unquote fix, before I figure out the film stuff. Because this works ish for now. It's still, you can still see. This is an anti-glare coating screen too, and you're still going to see everything because there's like a freaking bright ass light right in front of the TV. But yeah, if we were to put like our idea for those who have been asking, because every video since we've been in this room. People have been like, TV's blown out, you need to fix TV, etc. No matter how many times we say, what we're doing with it. This TV is eventually going to likely be used for putting up like, like pictures or whatever we might be looking at or whatnot that doesn't need to be full screen,
exactly.
Like up and crazy. Otherwise, it's this, and it just gives us options in the future. Maybe we have a guest on, and it's on Discord.
Yep.
And we need a
Their
third
webcam
head.
Is there or something, right?
We just stick it up there. It's options so that we don't. So we're using it for this for now, so that in the future I wouldn't have to come in here, tear the room apart just to install a TV. The TV's there, and now it's ready to be used whenever we need to.
Boom. Also,
I'm fucking around with the audio every week, and I'm in talks with Rode actually right now because the mixer. We've apparently we're not the only people notice this, but the mixer's stereo output is processed even if you say not to process certain stuff on these mics. So it ends up sounding worse than it needs to. Rode's got these beautiful Class A preamps that are getting shit on.
Rode, listen. Let's talk sponsorship, Rode. Let's get some real stuff going on here, Rode.
Let's do it.
Let's talk some sponsor. Well,
I'll hold your hand through fixing this mixer.
Hey, listen, we'll talk about that.
We'll even put your name on the screen.
I'll make it happen.
I'll put it here.
Boom.
Make sure it's not reflected while it's up there. Mr. Black, how was your week?
Good.
Yeah?
Another week.
Nothing crazy?
Same old shit,
No
man.
catastrophic?
No, we got company here.
We
Adam's
do.
Here.
French Adam is here.
Adam is here.
This has been a little over 2 years since he's been back in town.
Yeah. So he's here. He's upstairs right now.
He's here for like a week.
Yeah. So we watched last night, Kayla, myself, and Fathom, we watched The Lion King. Not the old one, but the new one.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah. So we watched that.
Save your review for later on.
Okay. Yeah. I'll tell you what I thought of it.
Mostly because there's not really a hell of a lot in the movies and TV section.
Yeah, it's been kind of slowish.
Dry.
But other than that, yeah, same old shit. What about you?
Same. My website is getting freakishly close to being done now.
There you go.
We worked, Nikki and I worked, I streamed it actually. We did 8 straight hours of work on it the other day.
Damn.
And it's really coming together, like feature-wise and everything that pretty much anything I ever wanted to have on this website is being done. And it's looking fire, and it's running fire.
Dope.
And there will be even a couple more features in the future as well added on. Like I'm going to do like a take on some user reviews as well. So if people don't agree with my reviews, they'll be able to do their little spiel. We're all hooked into N4G as well for that. We're even hooked into Giant Bomb's API so that if games ever get updated in terms of what consoles they're available on, like let's say everything goes to the Switch, automatically updates.
Boom. Look at that.
Everything's looking good. It's running like butter. So that's basically what I've been working on is that last couple days. And then other than that, Mass Effect Andromeda, whenever I had some time, I was away for a couple days to the homestead getting ready for the winter. Dad and I went down to do that and got that out of the way. So we drained the pipes and all the stuff so that it doesn't freeze and burst pipes in the winter because nobody's there. And the house is 160 years old. So it doesn't take very cold before the copper goes,
fuck
what
you.
the fuck? I'm out of here, bye. So we went down to do that. And otherwise, yeah, it's been another week. Looking forward to having Fathom here. We're going to be out on Saturday for a little bite. Looking like we're doing sushi, bro.
Oh, well, last I heard is my mom wasn't available.
We're doing well. If it's earlier, the only bottleneck will be if your dad is able to drive her here.
So
we're looking to
figure it
at
out.
Different time slot.
We'll
but
figure
Minato Sushi.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Is looking good. Yeah. So yeah, that was the week. Otherwise, gaming news. That's what this podcast is about. At least some people
believe
think
it or not.
Some people think it is. We have another acquisition.
Really?
From Mixer, hot off the press.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. Neither did I until I opened up my Twitter when I was waiting at a red light.
Okay.
And now here we are. FazeEwok, who I only found out about maybe a couple weeks ago in the first place in a different article, has just been picked up. Obviously not the big name, because you probably don't even recognize the name.
No.
The Phase Clan.
I know Ewok.
Yes.
Hate those.
Yes. Well, and you know Phase Clan.
I do.
The group.
Yes.
Put them together, you don't know what it is. It's a 14-year-old deaf girl.
Shit! Yeah, I know that.
Now you know her.
I saw a whole bunch of stuff on her. She's like a Fortnite
player.
Yeah.
And a very good Fortnite player.
Yeah. I watched some sort of, I wouldn't say a documentary, but it was like a 10-minute video on her.
It was like a video interviewer type.
Yeah. It was really
thing.
it was really a good story. It was dope as fuck. Damn, good on her.
Yeah, 14 deaf Fortnite player, only streamed 70 hours on Twitch. It was a short-lived life on Twitch. But in that 70 hours, 284,000 followers.
Good for her.
God damn.
Good for her.
So she's on over to Mixer.
Boom, that's it. And another one.
And that's the first female. So we were saying the female's coming. Wasn't who we thought. No, you could never in a million years, I wouldn't have had this on my list.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head anyway. I dig it. It's a good pickup. Young, female, more Fortnite, but it's another shooter. We know it's probably all going to be in that kind of wheelhouse. And another one on another relatively prominent esports team.
Yeah, and it's a good pickup because not like there's been any backlash on really any of these major... Like, of course, there's going to be angry certain fans and shit.
You're in the game long enough.
But for the most part, these pickups have been nothing but positive because it's almost like people are secretly rooting for other streaming services to be on the come-up. But, like, you can't say anything about this. Like, this chick is awesome. She's talented. She's crushing it, and she's deaf, which is, like, an amazing story in itself.
I can't even crush it, and I have all my faculties.
Exactly. So it's like a good story.
Yes.
And nobody can complain about this because, not only is she talented, but people are also wanting Mixer to continue to do these great pickups, and I think this is a good one. And this also kind of tells me that I think we're going to see more people from the Phase head over.
Obviously, I
think it's pretty
a
much
likely
inevitable.
scenario, right?
Inevitable.
Yeah. Once you get one person and it's a clan, it's part of the esports org. It's just a higher % chance that somebody else is going to come on over.
And she probably was like the cheapest too. Like you probably could get her at like a really super affordable thing.
Sure.
Like even if they offered her like 6-figure deal to move over.
Yes.
And she's only streamed on Twitch 70 hours. And, you can get all kinds of press and PR around it. It's a win-win for her. There's absolutely no loss for her, and it's a big win for Mixer.
There's no losing for anyone involved in that deal.
Yeah.
And so, good on her. Congratulations goes out to FazeEwok. And I haven't got a chance to watch her play yet, but apparently she's really good. And that the little thing you were talking about, that's where I first saw her as well. And she's really trying to convince people, look, I know I'm deaf, but that doesn't mean I can't communicate with my team, and it doesn't mean that I'm incapable of being a good player. And so I'm pulling for her. Hopefully she does well.
Sweet. Even if she doesn't do well, she's like a personality and sort of a figurehead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she's got that uniqueness to her that nobody else in the industry has right now, or at least in the spotlight.
Yeah.
So even if she's not a fantastic player,
it's going to pan out just fine.
It's going to be perfect. She's going to be a great ambassador for the team,
100%.
for Mixer.
Yes.
It's a win-win-win all over the place.
You know what isn't a win? The fact that XO19 is happening as we are recording this podcast right now.
But it gives us stuff to like talk about for next week.
That's true. That's going to be stuff for next week. I can tell you what they planned on, at least what they had publicly announced would be there. And then we'll look forward to it for talking about it next week. At XO19, if you don't know what XO is, it's basically Xbox's, hey guys,
we exist.
We're here, and it's in the fall, right before Christmas. Just thought we'd remind you. It's happening as we speak. Release dates for games like Minecraft Dungeons will be released. That was the Minecraft top-down Diablo-looking thing that looked pretty dope that we saw at E3. So that's going to have an announcement. Some other games also with release dates for 2020, I believe, were going to be announced. New IP from Obsidian and Rare, or new IPs from Obsidian and Rare, which are two pretty strong names to be pulling from, are also going to be shown off at this, apparently, and more. Rare's the one I'm interested in. What is Rare's
Yeah,
IP?
and it's a new IP.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a returning IP.
It's not like Banjo's making a comeback.
Yeah.
Not that I think that's a good move right
or
now
like
anyway.
Perfect Dark or something, you know?
Yeah. Well, they tried to do that on the original Xbox 360
Didn't
launch.
work out.
Perfect Dark Zero? It was a 0.
Yep.
Lived up to the name. But yeah, that's interesting. Now, maybe new IP was the wrong words for them to use, the wrong verbiage. Maybe it is a callback to one of their games. Maybe they're bringing something up. Who knows? That's how they worded it, but I don't know. Maybe they just worded it wrong. I don't fucking know. Either way, there you have it. We'll talk about what comes out of that next week. Okay, remember, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, we talked about the head of Sony Worldwide Studios stepped down, the guy who did all the E3 conferences and stuff on stage. He killed it. He stepped down. We already have a replacement. And it's the head of, it was a Guerrilla Games. So that's the team that made Horizon Zero Dawn, which, by the way,
good game.
Fire game. Managing director and co-founder of Guerrilla Games, Herman Hulst, has been named the new head of Sony Worldwide Studios. That's a big move for him, and I think it's a smart move because the only other team I can think of that would have somebody that I would imagine Sony would consider pulling talent from would be Naughty Dog, and I don't know. I think honestly, if I'm gonna be real, I think Guerrilla Games at this stage in the game producing better shit than Naughty Dog.
Well, I mean, Naughty Dog isn't producing shit right now.
They come out with a game.
Yeah, they come out with a game like once every fucking 5 years.
The Last of Us 2 comes out, and then we'll see how Horizon Zero Dawn 2 pans out, and I'll be like, ugh. I'm a Guerrilla Games fanboy.
Yeah.
Through and through. But that's a big move for him, so congratulations out to Herman for that. Obviously, a guy who knows what he's doing because he turned a company that was just making a couple of relatively prominent first-person shooters, PlayStation exclusives back in the day, into a fresh new IP that like never happens.
Yeah.
In Horizon Zero Dawn, and turning it into a quite a phenomenon. So,
well, they're making the second one.
They are. Well, they haven't announced it yet,
but it got leaked that they were looking for jobs.
Posted all like every job is basically for Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
Yeah.
And the story is dope, and the way the first one ended, it wasn't unsatisfying. The way that they left it open for the next one, just kind of an interesting. You were like, okay, what happens next?
There's another one coming,
and there's another one coming. And if it's anything like, if the engine, I mean, the graphics engine for Horizon Zero Dawn is incredible. The engine is their own in-house engine, and that's the engine that Hideo Kojima used for Death Stranding. Which, no matter what you feel about the game,
that looks pretty.
It's a really fucking good-looking game. So I'm excited for what the guys in-house that built the engine are going to be able to do for Horizon Zero Dawn 2 on new consoles, because it will be on PlayStation 5.
100%. That's
going to look probably pretty damn good. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this was I think we talked about maybe briefly the last week. I can't remember, but I put it here anyway because he put out a video for it since. Markiplier has unintentionally found a massive hole in YouTube's live stream moderation, as hundreds, possibly thousands of people have had not just their YouTube but their Google accounts suspended for using too many emotes. So again, we're not talking about you can't use YouTube. We're talking about your Gmail account where most of your life is probably tied.
Gone.
And it's gone.
Damn.
That's the fact that anyone at YouTube has the power to do that is a little fucking crazy to me.
Scary.
But there's a little bit more to the story, so I'll elaborate a little bit more. What he had was he had two different. He has several emotes on his channel, but he had a red paddle and a green paddle, kind of like a yes, no, yay, nay kind of thing. Like Twitch has a yay, nay kind of thing. And he was making decisions in a game, and he was having the chat vote which way they wanted to go.
Yay or nay.
Yay or nay. And so people were doing the yay or nay, and their accounts got suspended.
Damn.
There was a guy who chatted 6 times in 2 hours, suspended.
Damn. Yikes.
But wait, there's more. You would think that because that part of the system is automated, right? That wasn't a person doing it, the suspensions. That's an automated, it's like a bot spam blocker, right? And a little aggressive, obviously. So everyone was like, all right, well, that's really fucking dumb, but let's appeal this. Every repeal, or appeal, I should say, got denied. And appeals, those go through people. So, and once the appeal has been denied, it is almost impossible to get back in to have your account reinstated. Once you've appealed and it gets denied, that's pretty much the fucking show. One guy appealed and it got accepted, and then like 15 minutes, an hour later, it's like it went through like somebody else, and then they were like, nope, and banned it again. Which tells you that that person at least was very much aware of the circumstances in which the account was banned.
Yeah.
So somebody actually greenlit the banning of an entire Gmail account for participating in a live stream chat for one of the largest YouTubers on the entire fucking website for a yay nay.
Yikes, dog. Yikes.
So Markiplier puts out a video saying obviously he is livid right now because, I mean, how do you not feel guilty about that situation?
Well, you ask people to put in the thing thinking not even thinking anything.
In what universe could you ever imagine this was going to be the outcome, right? Like you can't possibly think that this is going to be what happens. So he's working with all the power he has to try and get all of this rectified because there's no excuse for YouTube to do that. This might be one of the dumbest things that YouTube has done. Again, I can't fathom. It'd be one thing if it was a ban from his channel, a ban from YouTube Gaming.
Yeah, it's your whole
but
Gmail account.
To suspend indefinitely the entire Gmail account, which is used for like 2FA for people for like a million different things. People's Gmail is so ubiquitous that it is part of almost everything. So you take that away without even having people have the ability to change their accounts.
Bro, you know what it's like?
It.
It's like going to an ATM machine with your debit card. You put your debit card in, you punch in your PIN, you do it wrong, and then your bank goes, you know what? I'm just going to take your whole fucking wallet. Your IDs, your fucking social insurance number.
Your bank account, you don't have access to it anymore.
We're going to take away your life, bro. Fuck just your bank account.
Your life is gone.
Your whole wallet is gone. I'm taking everything in it.
Have fun for the next 3 months redoing everything that you had tied to this account.
Shouldn't have done emotes.
Yep. How crazy. In the live stream environment. That's like it's
pretty dumb.
It's crazy. So basically, Markiplier was saying to everyone, whether you're a streamer or otherwise, don't even use emotes. Not even just spam. Don't even fucking... Maybe don't even chat.
Yeah.
Don't do anything until whatever the fuck this is figured out. Because what is the point of having emotes if you can't even put a few of them in chat in that kind of...
It's ridiculous.
Emotes are an integral part of any live stream environment. It's like the emotion of a stream.
Dude, people pay money
to get access
to be able to
them.
Use emotes.
Yes. Yes. And why is it that YouTube even has an auto mod feature that is site fucking wide? Make it channel specific.
Bro, you know what it is? It's they're using the same shit they use
for everything,
for the comment sections and everything else.
Yeah,
they just tied it all in there because they're lazy.
Oh,
and then
crazy.
That's pretty much it. They think it's spam, and then it's just an auto ban.
Dude, I can't.
So what happened? What's the final?
We don't have anything yet.
Oh, okay.
He's still working.
All right.
If Markiplier of all people is struggling to get YouTube to change this shit, I can't even I can't fathom it. And it's nuts. I can't. YouTube might be the most anti-content creator, anti-consumer service on the internet right now that is unfortunately also in the position of a monopoly where there really isn't another option for people to go to right now.
No.
So they do whatever the fuck they want. Case in point, this week also, YouTube put out the announcement that they updated their TOS.
Okay.
And in a really wonderful way. They said ironically, that they were trying to clarify things, but instead they wrote something in that is so open-ended that it essentially allows them to do whatever the fuck they want just because they feel like, somebody at YouTube goes, I don't really like your ideas all that much. I'm just going to remove your entire channel now. Let me quote you. Let me read you the quote on this one. YouTube updates its TOS to open them up to close out accounts more easily. Here's the quote directly out of it. YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account's access to all or part of the service if YouTube believes in its sole discretion that provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable. If they feel that you are not commercially viable,
bye-bye.
They have the ability to not just deny you monetization or anything like that. They're just going to say, fuck it. We're just going to axe your entire account. That's fucking crazy. And this would be okay if there were other actors in the market. Mm-hmm. If YouTube wasn't really in such a power position. If people could see this and go, all right, we're going to go somewhere else. We're not going to all up and move to fucking Vimeo tomorrow. Like, you can't do that shit. There isn't really a content creator specific platform like YouTube used to be for the first half of its life available. So for them to do this is an abuse of their position. It's also within their, like, they're allowed to do this.
Of course.
It's just that it's such a hideous abuse of it, and so anti-consumer, anti-content creator.
We'll see how they use it. Because
it's
where
you're
going to
see it is it's going to be in political stuff.
That's 100%.
So anything that doesn't slide with them politically speaking, which will be pretty much anything that isn't more or less skip through the sunshine and rainbows of the far left side of the spectrum. I wouldn't call them extremist left, but they're left.
They're over there.
They're writing with their left hand.
Yes.
That's the kind of left that they are. That's where you're going to see it first and foremost, and then go out from there. And Lord only knows where where that stops. But they've obviously written this specifically with something in mind. They have a goal with this update to enact it pretty quick.
Yep.
And so we are likely to see that come to fruition.
You know why? Because political's coming.
It's right.
Coming.
The next election is a year out, which means in America we have one full year of campaign. It's no wonder people feel like they're like exhausted from politics, especially in the States. You have an entire year of campaigning to get to the presidency, and then you get at least 1 to 2 years of political chat about yay or nay on the president. Then you get maybe 1 year of like relative silence most of the time.
And then it's right back
and
to
then it's the next year, we're right back into the campaign again. So it's like no wonder people are fatigued all the time. The shit is just nonstop. Here in Canada, it's like you got 3 months before you're elected.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. And now you don't hear shit.
And then you get like a month afterwards, and then it's dead.
Yeah.
And then that's it. You're done.
We're getting a few blackface comments right now, and then it's all over.
Exactly. So yeah, it's fucking crazy. That's YouTube. YouTube's memes right now. I can't even begin to fathom. I mean, essentially, and this is why I really pushed at home where I started, and I still have to figure out a way to get Like TV 2 because their backup isn't working on Like TV 2 or my personal channel where I can't just download all the videos. I'm trying to back up everything and hold it because I can smell it coming. Where all of our shit over a decade gone. I can smell it. It's coming. It's fucking coming.
It smells like history being removed.
Exactly. It smells like one giant music video platform. With like
and daily vloggers
and like beauty vloggers, with a dash of B movie.
It's a big nope for me, dog.
Whatever the fuck.
It's a big nope for me. What's next?
Next up we've got some more moderation related stuff. Did you see this pop up on your Twitter?
I have not.
So Dan's Game. Dan's Game, I would say is I don't think it's up for debate. He is an old guard. He's one of the OGs. He has a global emote that is used all the fucking time.
Yes.
He's a good dude. He's a pretty good ambassador for Twitch in general. He stays in his lane. He produces great content. and he got slapped down on his one of his recent emotes for it being sexual content. Now, I'm going to pull this up for us to look at, Jeff. I want you to brace yourself because your virgin eyes are never going to be the same after seeing this. This is it. That guy. I'm gonna put it up on the TV. Maybe they can actually see it. I wonder if that's possible. Let's see if that's possible. Nope, because it's all white. We tried.
Just go to his Twitter, and
you go to Dan's Games Twitter, and you don't have to scroll very far because I think he's even pinned a tweet about it. So that, Mr. Black, according to Twitch, with all the emotes that you've probably seen over time, this emote is too sexual for Twitch. So not only did they deny this, but they also then removed his ability to auto-upload his emotes without having them screened.
Ooh, that sucks.
And Dan's Game is one of the Dan's Gaming is one of the handful of people that go out of their way to do themed emotes for almost every game they play. He has a dedicated artist that does a whole new set of emotes for the games that he plays. So he would just take them down, upload the new ones, away he goes. Instead, he's got to struggle a little bit more to do that because he's going to wait for somebody to edit.
What is this thing supposed to be like?
This is a dude sitting on a toilet. If this in any way, shape, or form reads as sexual content to you, you are sick in the fucking head. I'm going to just be real with you. You're sick.
It definitely doesn't come off sexual.
There's nothing about this.
Like I see that, and
there's more. Like which one is it? Like which? There are other people that are finding like other emotes and stuff that are similar and in many cases worse than this, and it's fine. And then there's other things like the games that people play on Twitch and the content that are within these games where you don't have to age gate it is infinitely infinitely more sexual than whatever the fuck that is. It's like a nondescript Ken doll with a big nose. It doesn't even look like it doesn't even look humanoid. Sitting on a toilet.
Yeah,
no nipples, no nothing.
I don't even have a rebuttal for this. This is just.
And for like Dan's Game,
it's one thing to remove it, but it's another thing to kind of shut down his ability to auto-upload
like
some
Dan's
stuff.
Gaming of all people, really?
Yeah, like if you got a problem with it, just go behind the scenes and say, hey, yo, listen, we're not going to approve this one just because it's like, we feel like this or whatever their excuse is. But to get rid of that stuff completely and his ability, like somebody that's so pioneered.
It's like all the gasm emotes.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of, and like ass emotes and shit. They're all good. But this fucking deformed whatever the fuck, taking a shit with no shit visible, no nipples, no nothing, no anything. That's not good. Jeff, I'm going to go there. We've got women on this website dry humping inflatable animals. And this is the line. This potato taking a shit with a mustache that's the sexual line. Go fuck yourself. It's double standard bullshit.
Oh, my.
And all this reads to me, especially since they removed his ability to do that, is that somebody's got it internally. Somebody just doesn't like this dude. That's how I see this shit. There's no fucking universe, no person. You could literally put this out on any website and ask the millions of people to vote on whether or not they thought anything about this was sexual. The answer would be 99.99999% fuck no.
I agree.
Nobody finds this sexual. I think somebody doesn't like Dan's Gaming internally. Especially since they removed his ability to auto-upload.
Incoming mixer. Could you imagine?
Bro, I can... Dude,
could you?
yes.
And he's an actual...
I can.
And
part of Nerd Fusion.
He's Nerd Fusion, and he's a Let's Player. So he's a bit of everything, right?
Dude.
Yikes.
Yes.
Yikes, dog.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't even have a rebuttal for this
Dude,
one.
I wish
my energy level for going in on this is about a 0 right now. All I can just say is no.
It just blows your mind, right? You see it and you're like, it kind of stuns you. It stuns you because it's so dumb that you can't come up with any reasoning. That's why the only thing I can come up with is that, honest to God, somebody internal on that moderation team not liking the dude. That's all I got. Because the endless amounts of emotes on this website that are orders of magnitude more sexualized than that are.
So it's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
So, there you go. World of Warcraft, Jeff, saw its biggest quarterly increase in subscriptions in the franchise's history, thanks to WoW Classic. WoW Classic single-handedly turned the biggest quarterly increase in the that includes the opening of World of Warcraft, or the first time it released an expansion back when it was even big. This is the first biggest quarterly increase in its history.
It's classic.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That shows you the fucking power this game has over people.
Yeah, dude.
There was an article that just came out not long ago. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Patrick Keplick or somebody. Wrote on about World of Warcraft and its impact on people's lives, like the negative impacts it had. People losing jobs, relationships, just like their health problem, everything that negative that could possibly happen. World of Warcraft was like the easiest go-to to show the real effects of video game addiction. And all this does is prove to me that it is just as strong of a drug as it was almost 15 years ago.
Yep.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yep. And I
called
it. They're gonna do classic for all the expansions, bro. They're gonna.
You have to think it's gonna happen.
100%.
Especially now that Blizzard is basically nothing and Activision's running the show.
100%. And you know what? Like, an increase makes sense because, let's be real, World of Warcraft was kind of like at one of its lowest points. So the fact that this does happen, I guess it's kind of like, the turnaround, there's a bigger upside. Like, you know what I mean? If you're starting at a really low point and then you come up with something crazy like this, it's gonna be a big swing up. You know what I'm saying?
Like last week, the week we talked about it at BlizzCon, they announced the next expansion as well. So they're still keeping up with this new content, and then they'll probably retroactively build it up on the back end.
Yep.
And because it's free money.
Smart.
It's as close to free money in gaming as you can get. Obviously, they have to spend money to make it happen.
Wait till it goes mobile. Just wait. It's inevitable.
It's inevitable, but man, is that a fucking monumental task to distill World of Warcraft into a mobile capable it
is going to happen, and when it does, it is going to be massive.
I don't think it will be the core game. I think it will be an offshoot. There are simply too many mappable buttons that WoW relies on to ever be possible on mobile.
They'll figure it out. I think
it'll be an offshoot of some kind.
They'll figure it out. Watch.
It's like 70, 80 buttons.
They'll figure it out.
Cram into a phone.
I'm telling you, you'll see.
But it's not that it won't run on the hardware. It's the button thing. But somebody will figure it out. They'll pay a lot of money to figure it out.
You're damn right they will.
And then they'll make a lot of money on the other side.
Yeah, damn right.
So that happened. And so, shout out to everyone who's hopping on that classic hype. You've now helped make history. More Fallout 76 news. Man, this is like my favorite segment. It's like my favorite segment of the show, Jeff. It's my favorite segment because it just keeps getting crazier and crazier.
What now,
So
Adam?
we all know, Jeff, that on a scale of 1 to 10, how broken is Fallout 76?
10.
It's a solid 10. It might even be a 76
12.
out of 10.
Yes.
It's up there. Okay. Despite that, there are some super, super dedicated fans, obviously, of this game. Some of which, just like modders in all the other Elder Scrolls games, there are people that dedicate their time to making tools for these games, debugging and otherwise to try and fix the shit that Bethesda doesn't or can't because they either don't want to or are too incompetent. So, one of these groups is a group of guys that do data mining on it, and then they build tools as well to find exploits and bugs within the game and report it to the community managers for Fallout 76 so that the dev team can patch them, get rid of the exploits. In their latest attempt, they found an exploit that was listed on some obscure forum somewhere, and they wanted to test it to see if it would actually work. And one of their tools, they had a map, like a custom map, that they could run these things to discover if the game actually had the exploit or not. They ran this exploit through it. Sure as shit,
It worked.
it works. So they're like, okay, let's put this together, send it off to the community managers. So they did, and the first thing that happened was they were banned.
Get fucked.
Bethesda actually had people ban the diehard enough members of this community that not only playing this shit game,
Yikes.
but going out of their way to find and do their job for them for free, by the way, and they banned them. Not only did they ban them, but then they didn't want to respond for ages and ages as to why. And then when the guys requested that they were refunded their membership, you know, we talked about their $100 million fucking yearly they're like, no, because you use some of the in-store money. So no, can't do it.
I'm done with Bethesda, bro.
I can't.
I'm just so done with Bethesda, bro. I
It's-
just don't even. I'm done. They're dead to me. Dead.
They actually
Dead.
paid. They actually paid money to do that work. If you think about it,
Yes. And then got fucked.
and then got banned.
Did they at least fix the bugs?
No, of course not.
Fuck them, man. Bro, you do shit like that, man, and people are gonna fuck your shit up, bro. They're gonna fuck your shit up.
What are you like? What? And this is the kind of thing where I have to sit back and ask, what is it about Bethesda internally right now that all this stuff is happening? Because you have to refuse to believe that there are that many incompetent idiots within the company at different levels. We're talking about community forum managers all the way up through to God Howard at the top being insane and making these it's like we talked about before. If you had a list of ideas as to what your next move is, and they ranged from best idea to absolutely worst
They're
idea,
starting at the bottom, bro.
they choose worst idea every time.
Yes.
They don't even go halfway up the scale.
No.
They're like, they don't even choose like that's an okay idea.
Yeah.
They go straight
Worst.
to fuck nuke it from orbit
Yes. Fuck it.
every time.
Fuck it raw.
That's crazy.
Yep.
And so here we are.
Fuck them.
Fuck Bethesda.
Just fuck them, bro. That's dumb.
I don't know how anyone. I feel sad because I don't know how I'm supposed to look forward to
you don't.
to Elder Scrolls 6.
No, the thing is you don't.
with this shit.
You don't. You say they're dead to me. That's what you say. Fuck
Go
'em.
back and play Morrowind
Yes.
and Oblivion
That's it.
and occasionally mod Skyrim with huge anime titties
Yes.
for the rest of my life.
And that's it. Be done with it. Remember the good old days.
Fuck.
They're dead. That's dumb.
Wild. So there you go. Absolutely friggin' wild. Pokemon Sword and Shield is finally starting to get reviewed. It's a little all over the map. Its average last time I checked, Metacritic is hovering around an 8 something. You got people that are crushing it in, like IGN, I think it was like a 9.3. Other people are in the 9s. Some people are in the 7s. Some people are not too happy with, but the community is really salty.
Why?
I don't know. I think that a lot of them. I don't know if it's a vocal minority yet, but I want to say it probably is. In all honesty, where the crux of it was what we talked about in the past about how many Pokemon were actually in the game, right?
Yeah.
Then, but now that the game is out, it's like they took that and they were like, okay, that's not a good enough excuse for us to shit on the game. We need
to find more.
So they are going out of the way. I mean, there's a video where they do like play-by-plays of every minuscule thing you can nitpick, including shadow draw in where they're like, you can watch the shadows get drawn in. Like, have you played a game in the last 20 years?
Yeah.
All of them do that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where they're complaining that this game's on the Switch and it's getting hampered. Well, yeah, of course it is. What do you think it was going to look like they put it on the 3DS? Better? Even worse. They're like, oh, the frame rate slowdown. Yeah, if it was on the 3DS, again.
What a shit show.
Worse. But they have like these, there's like running Reddit threads of like, of every minute thing, the minutia that these guys are coming up with, this asinine shit, to like just so that they can justify hating the fuck out of the game and then complaining to Game Freak about how broken. But I honestly think that all of it is really just because they're not getting all their Pokemon.
Yep.
And they're using this as like their leverage.
If it had every Pokemon, people would be
praising.
They'd be praising the fuck out of this.
They'd be sucking this game's dick dry.
Yep.
But because of that, they're not talking about occlusion culling, which happens in like every fucking video game. It just so happens that it happens extra hard on a console that's a handheld or otherwise because
it's a handheld.
It's a handheld.
What else do you expect? It's not fucking PlayStation 5 or 4.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, dude. It's crazy. But I haven't personally played it. If the website gets done fast enough, it might be one of the first motherfucking games I review.
Boom. Get it.
And then I'll let you know.
I'll never play it.
I'll let you know how it is.
Let me know.
Because I have a gut feeling that at the end of the day, I bet you it's a pretty fucking good game.
Yeah, it looks fun.
None of the Pokemon games have truly been ever shit.
Yeah.
So I highly doubt.
Yeah. Short
of Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee's
at
motion
worst,
controls.
It'll be like, it wasn't bad.
Exactly. That is I feel like that's the absolute bottom. These guys are like,
yeah.
They're
They're searching, bro. They're
bargain bin.
Yeah, they're digging.
They're digging hard.
They're digging.
So yeah, people in chat are losing their minds over EXO announcements right now. That it looks like there's a new Age of Empires that was announced. Something about a Star Wars game tomorrow.
We'll talk about it next week.
Next week we'll have a little bit more to talk about. But yeah, lots of stuff seems to be rolling through.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't think I have anything else gaming news.
It's been a slow week.
It's been a bit of a slow week.
It's been a slow week.
For sure. So Jeff.
Yeah.
You know what time it is then?
It is that time where we say go check us out over on patreon.com/lagtv. If you guys are loving the podcast, make sure to head on over there, support, get some merch. Also want to give a big shout out and a thank you to our sponsor, NordVPN. Adam's got some notes over there.
This is okay.
Yeah. But I will say 70% off using the promo code OTT. Adam will tell you a little bit about what's been going on with the hacking situation, even though we've already explained it. We've got some actual notes. Let you guys know what's up with that. But yeah, it is 70% off, and now you get 4 months free on a 3-year term. So when you sign up using the promo code OTT, link will be in the description of this video. If you're listening to this on RSS, you can head on over to their website and use promo code OTT, or click on the description of this video when you go head on over to youtube.com/lifesaglitchtv, and 70% off with 4 months free.
70.
30-day money-back guarantee.
That's right.
Promo code OTT. Get yourself a virtual private network.
I have a novella here.
Boom.
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. This is a novella by NordVPN.
Mm-hmm.
So this is basically outlining. I'm guessing this is a statement that they've given to people who have sponsorships to explain the situation. If people still had concerns about the hack, here is straight from Nord themselves.
From the source.
The source. I accidentally pulled that up. There are no signs. So this is all quoted directly from Nord. So none of this is my own words. There are no signs showing that any of our customers were affected or that their data was accessed by the malicious actor, the person who had the expired key. While being connected to the server, the hacker could only see what an ordinary internet service provider would see, but it could not have been personalized or linked to a particular user. The intruder managed to gain access to a single server we were renting from a Finnish data center. The server itself did not contain any user activity logs. None of our applications send user-created credentials for authentication, so usernames and passwords couldn't have been intercepted. Our service as a whole was not hacked. Our code was not hacked. The VPN tunnel was not breached. The NordVPN applications are unaffected. It was an individual instance of unauthorized access to one of more than 5,000 servers that we have. The hacker managed to access this server because of the mistake made by the data center owner, of which we were not aware. As soon as we found out about the issue, we ceased our relationship with this particular data center and shredded the server. It was not a targeted attack against NordVPN. As the media has discovered, at least 2 other VPN services were also affected. There's a chance that other services that rented servers from this data center could have also been affected. The incident effectively showed that the affected server did not contain any user activity logs. To prevent any similar incidents, among other means, we encrypted the hard disk of each new server we build. The security of our customers is the highest priority to us, and we will raise the standards even more. We treat VPN servers as untrusted in the rest of our infrastructure. It is not possible to get access to other VPN servers, users, a database, or any other server from a compromised VPN server. It is not possible to decrypt any ongoing or recorded VPN session, even if somebody obtained private keys from the VPN server. Perfect forward secrecy with Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm is in use. Keys from VPN servers are used only to authenticate the server and not for encryption. So there you have it. That is the full release from Nord.
In other words,
nothing happened.
Zero, zilch, nada. People hear the word hack. They go crazy.
The only thing that really came out of this is that now they've increased security further.
Yeah.
On something that arguably
wasn't even their fault to begin with.
Wasn't their fault to begin with. So now it's moving forward with new servers that they instate, and I will assume, they didn't say this, but over time, retroactively, they have 5,000 servers, it's a lot of servers, also do the same.
Yep.
There you have it.
Promo code OTT, go ahead and get yourself the best VPN service in the world, NordVPN. Promo code OTT, 70% off, 4 months free when you get that 3-year. That's less than $3.50 a month.
That's right. Which is less than
a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
You have to specify Starbucks. Because everywhere else, you get south of that.
This is like $2.30, $2.50?
$2.30, something like that.
$2.30?
Yeah.
So getting
the
close.
vanilla shot brings it maybe $2.50.
Brings up $2.50. $2.50. So there it is.
There you go. You know what time it is now?
It's time for movies and TV.
Mr. Black.
My energy level today, by the way, is
That's
low.
okay. I got you. I can carry you through this.
And you know what? I was absolutely fine.
Until you sat in this chair?
Until I came in this room and sat down. And all of a sudden, I'm not, it's not that I'm tired. I'm just like,
I had one of those days the other day. I actually had one of those days the other day that was where I was kind of on autopilot, where I was I was driving Em home back from work, and so you should pick her stuff up, and that's at like 11:30 at night or whatever, and I'm coming up to a light that's been red for a while, and you probably do this too. You look at the light the other way to see if it's going yellow or whatever, so you know if you have to hard brake.
That's right.
Or what, right? And I see that it's gone yellow or whatever, and I'm talking to Em, and I was on autopilot so hard that I was halfway through the intersection, but it was still red before it went green, and I was like,
Yikes.
I should probably pay more attention. Luckily, it was 11:30, and there was
nobody.
0 people anywhere.
It happens.
It was the first time in my life. I actually was like, "Wow, bro, that's levels of autopilot I've never reached before." It was a little crazy. Jeff.
Yes.
The unthinkable happened.
Yes.
They did an update, updated Sonic movie thing, which we knew they were doing.
They did.
The new trailer is here.
Yes.
And oh my God, if there is I can't even imagine a more night and day experience.
Yes.
From the original trailer to this trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And bro, didn't I call it out?
What?
they're putting the old version on the Blu-ray. They announced it.
Oh, do they really?
So you'll be able to watch.
You'll be able to
watch the original.
Well, if you think about it, like we talked about before, it'd almost be a waste of money.
Dude,
like you might as well put it on there.
I said, bro, I guarantee it's going to be a special feature where you can watch it in its original form.
Oh, it's nuts. Now, the big discussion, of course, is still: do we still think it was a publicity stunt, or do you think it was just, honest to God, the movie studio being really stupid?
I think the studio is really stupid.
Yeah,
and then they got really smart about it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? They saw an opportunity.
Did they hide the design they hired? Was the guy who was like in on Sonic Mania?
Yeah, dude.
They got real smart real quick. They did what they were supposed to do the first time.
Yeah, I personally don't think that the whole shitty music and the bad look of Sonic was planned.
You know what? The look of Sonic, I could have almost gotten over. You know what stood out to me the most of everything in that entire trailer? The original one?
Gangster's Paradise?
Gangster's fucking Paradise.
Terrible, dude. And they got rid of that song. They got rid of that.
They used old Sonic music.
Yeah,
imagine that in a Sonic movie instead of Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck? So we've got the trailer here. What I'm going to do is real quick. I'm going to pull that up. But we were requested. We did the reaction thing. Oh, we
got dummied. They were pissed.
They were salty
because they couldn't see
our reactions. They could hear it, but they couldn't see our faces.
Yeah, bro. They're like, "What the fuck is this?"
On the fly.
Sorry, we're not like reactionary. We don't normally do this shit.
Exactly. So what I'm going to do.
I've already seen this though.
Well, we're just gonna give it a little watchy watch just for the sake of having it.
Where are my headphones?
I think you moved them into the next room. There were you had the second pair, which was the ones you were using, I think, for mixing with. Okay. Oh no, you were using my headphones because I had them here last time. There's some here right here.
Well, you need headphones.
Yeah, I need headphones. So if you have a pair, grab a pair. While I put the camera on here. Video capture. Here we go. Boom. I think it's this one. I don't know. Maybe. Ooh, it is. Hi. Look at that. We're in the future now, guys. Look at this. The future is now. Although you're still not going to be able to see us all that well. You know, it's an improvement. If you squint hard enough, you'll be able to see. Of course, this means nothing to the RSS feed people, but you'll be able to hear it as well. So yeah, no Gangster's Paradise. I'm almost sad about it because, it was almost so bad that it was good, but not quite that bad. It just kind of was, bad enough that it was just bad.
Short, and then you give me those.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just do that. We'll just do that. We're good.
Boom. All right.
Cord is just long enough.
All right. So get careful because that monitor will. That's on by a hair.
All right.
Right now, I believe in you. There you go. Look at this. The future.
Right.
This is the future's now.
Boom.
Here we go.
A little ball of super
Why am I not hearing anything?
It's really low on mine too.
It shouldn't be too low.
I don't know what happened to my headphones.
There we go.
That's better.
in an extremely handsome package. On my planet, people were always after my powers, so I came to yours. It gets a little lonely, but that's okay.
All of this trailer is so much better.
Yeah.
Even like the scenes they choose to show.
Yeah.
Everything is better, right?
I love the music.
Well, it's like OG Sonic music, right? Mm-hmm. And you know what this trailer also makes it seem more like? Where they're targeting kids, right? Like it's very obvious. Everything's a one-liner.
It's got a little ring there.
Yeah, he's got there, of course. You got to get that ring in.
They're coming for me. If they steal my power, they could conquer the universe.
The universe, Jeff.
No, I don't. Please.
It's life or death.
Where do I know this guy from?
I know. I think he plays in a sitcom or some or sorry.
Mr. Dr. Robotnik. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to tell me where it is.
Wait, don't hurt him.
This is a great opportunity for Jim Carrey to just play Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And it works for the character.
Stop the car right now. What? The world's largest rubber band ball? We gotta see it.
No, this is not some fun family road trip.
You're right. It was lame. Gift shop was cool though.
It's just campy, right?
Yeah.
It's just cheese.
I'm there for Jim.
That's all, really. You're
I'm
there
there
for
for
Jim.
Jim.
And I think Jim's there for the adults, right?
Yeah.
I just thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk. Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them.
It's just stupid. It's bad writing, but because of Jim, you can make it work, right?
Get out of here.
Yeah, time to go.
I always want to do this. Nailed it.
The character actually makes the voice for Sonic work better than the other one, too.
Yeah.
Right?
Though he looks a little more human.
No idea.
Like,
Well, he's more animated.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
eyes have more life in them than the other eyes do, right?
Illegal left, by the way.
oh, there's
This
a.
one is cute. Let's keep him. Oh, come on. You've got car insurance, right?
Why would you throw your life away for this silly little alien?
Good times.
He's my friend.
Let's go. This is my power.
I think this is going to be popular with kids, for sure.
My friends.
I think it's good enough for kids. I think it'll be passable for people who actually like Sonic that are our age, that might have kids at this point.
So, you're supposed to be Tom's best friend that he won't shut up about.
His eyes are so much more expressive than the other one.
That is very gross. Let's go.
Massive improvement.
Yeah, looks good.
Massive, massive, massive improvement. At this point, as long as it's like if it's as fun as that trailer through the whole movie,
I'm gonna switch
then that's
the,
fine. Yeah, I'm gonna switch back over. Then I think it'll be successful.
No, it looks good.
How do you think it's gonna do? With all of this press that it's gotten, I mean, just putting this tweet out, it had like well over 100,000 tweets in like the first couple of hours, retweets over in the first couple
I think
of
it's
hours.
gonna do well. I think it's gonna do well. It's gonna do well with kids. It's gonna do well with parents that are taking their kids. You know, it's something that the parents will get excited to take their kids to.
Yeah.
Um.
But no Gangster's Paradise, Jeff. That
Yeah,
might
no.
be,
I
that-
think it's gonna do well. We'll see as we get a bit closer. I don't think it's gonna be like some fucking massive, gigantic movie by any
No.
means.
No. I think it's going to do a lot better than it would have done originally.
Big time, big time. But
I wonder what the
yeah.
budget for it was.
I don't know. You could probably see it, and now it's probably
Ballooned.
significantly more.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Looks good. Looks
Cross
better.
your fingers.
Looks better.
I'm hoping it because, obviously the animators had it in them to do it. It's just whatever whatever design they were given. Oh, my God. Never again. Don't do that ever again, please, God. Next up, Mandalorian. I forgot that it even came out this week. I haven't seen it. I don't even have Disney Plus yet. I have to get on that.
You do.
I need to get on
Disney
that shit.
Plus is fucking fire.
Is
bro.
it fire? Because I got my Roku.
Dude,
I gotta
they've
hook it
got
up.
everything on there. They got Boy Meets World. They've got fucking. They've got Gargoyles. Remember that old fucking show, Gargoyles?
Gargoyles, the cartoon?
Yeah,
That was a great show.
They got like Chip and Dale. They
Chip,
got
Chip, 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 and
Dude, bro, they
Dale!
got like every fucking Disney movie you can
Rescue
think
Ranger.
of, from like the 50s all the way up to now.
And
It's-
they've included lots and lots of, this movie probably has some racist shit. Sorry. This was made
yes.
a long time ago.
Yeah, they do, but they also got rid of.
They also removed some movies entirely.
Yeah, they removed the Michael Jackson episode for The Simpsons.
Yeah.
So they removed that. There's like a few things that they did do.
They also got rid of the Jim Crow scene in Dumbo.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't
as well.
hear that.
Yeah, there's an entire. So some movies they've removed entire scenes or entire characters.
So they did over 10 million.
Yikes!
10 million users signed up. The
Day
first
one,
day.
not bad. It's a good start. It's a solid start.
Bro, it's fucking fire.
It's a solid start.
It's fucking fire. You can make your own like catalog of like your movies that you want. You can like create a list of shit you want to go through. They have full blown like seasons, like all the shows that you could ever want, like Disney had ever done. It's every episode.
all there.
It's all there, bro. Like the archive is big, and it's day one. They've got all the new shit coming. So it's pretty crazy.
So how was The Mandalorian without spoilers?
It was good. It was really good. It was different. It was only 36 minutes.
Did it feel like Star Wars?
Yes. But it felt like a Western Star Wars. Like it literally feels like a Western.
Mm-hmm.
It's grittier. There's a little bit of bit of humor in it. And there's some good callbacks to the Star Wars that we know in it as well, without doing any spoilers. But you should definitely watch it. And the new episode comes out tomorrow. So another episode comes out tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
What this episode felt like to me is this episode, I think that the show's going to get better. This episode felt like a pilot. It felt like Favreau got some money together, created this, showed it to Kathleen Kennedy, pitched it, and she said, okay. And they kept the first episode. I feel like after this episode, there's going to be a bigger budget. There's bigger and better directors. Like the director that did this first episode, he did the Clone Wars and stuff. So it felt very animated. The way the shots were, the way the action was, even some of the humor and stuff. I think from here on, and it was still good. Like it's a great concept. But I think the bar is going to go up higher. If I had to rate it out of 10, I give it like an 8.5. Which it's got me intrigued. I want to know more about the characters, more about the story. I'm in. They hooked me.
So it did its job.
Yeah, they baited me.
They got you.
And now I think they're about to hook me. Come Friday, I think like that's it. I'm gonna be looking forward to it every week.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah. Oh, somebody is asking, is the Studio Ghibli stuff on there? The Japanese.
I did not.
House.
I did not look. I didn't see.
So like Howl's Moving Castle and all that kind of stuff.
I didn't look through any of the animated stuff or anything.
Yeah, because did they buy Ghibli or Ghibli? I could never remember which one. I think
it might
Ghibli.
be on Hulu. I don't know because I know that they're
They also have Hulu attached to it. ESPN in the States is also attached to it.
Yeah, like they have a big package deal where you can get
In the
like
States,
ESPN Plus for all your UFC shit.
Oh, in the States, it's
insane,
Catalina
dude.
wine
It's
mixer.
insane. The value gets nuts.
And that price per month is going to double.
Yeah,
Without
I
question.
paid $90 for a whole year, so you can pay $89. You get the whole year.
This was so you're looking at like $7.99 a month.
Bro, it's a steal, dude.
Not even $7.99. It's like $6.99.
Bro, it's a fucking steal.
It's crazy.
Dude, every fucking movie, dude, they have quite literally destroyed any reason for anybody ever to buy any physical media of old Disney shit.
Yeah, $12 in the U.S. gets you Disney Plus, Hulu, and
ESPN Plus.
Fuck. Dude, that's crazy.
It's nuts, man. It's nuts.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
I'm paying $15 a month for Netflix.
Yeah, and it's like $20 a month for HBO when you want to
have anything for HBO.
Yeah. It's nuts.
HBO's good. It's not $20 a month good.
No. Fuck no. Not right now it's not.
No. If you're only putting out if you're only putting out shows that are worth $20 for the subscription, only when that show is running, you're probably charging too much for your subscription.
Yep. But Disney Plus can be dope, dude, and all the shows they got coming out and all the movies they got coming out for this is insane. Like the value there is literally, and dude, it is when you turn it on, it's an overwhelming amount of nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's like you have so many choices and there's so many classics.
Yeah, you don't know where to start.
You don't know where to fucking start. It's
Yeah.
exciting. And like anybody that's got kids and stuff, like there's everything is there,
This
bro.
is the ultimate
You
kids.
just have fuck a regular kids TV network.
Yeah.
Put on Disney Plus and
Done.
just run movies.
Yes.
Run shows. Like
24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the next year.
it's a massive amount of nostalgia, dude. You
Yeah.
just feel great looking like you can browse through the catalog for hours and like feel it almost has that feeling of going to the movie store and looking at the back of cases and it's got that sort of feel to it. It's unlike any other streaming service yet because everything is so nostalgic and there's so like you realize how many great titles Disney has. It's insane. Like and you go on there and wait till you get it, bro. You're gonna turn it on. You're gonna go, oh fuck. Where do we start? You're gonna go to your girlfriend. You're gonna be like, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this?
She's a pretty big Disney fan, so she's probably seen
You're gonna, dude. It's gonna be nuts.
all of it.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's great.
In fact, on the plane when we were going to California, we watched Anastasia.
Yeah.
Which is one of the last ones that they did, like actual hand-drawn animation with some mixed-in computer-animated stuff. And just reminded you how good Disney can be at hand animating their shit.
Oh, it's Disney.
It's crazy, bro.
It's Disney.
It's crazy. Next up, speaking of Netflix greenlit The Witcher Season 2 already.
Boom.
Boom.
That's confidence.
That you know what that was? That was the trailer went over well. Season 2.
It's either that or they think that they got a fucking show
like
on their
fire
hands
show
too,
on their hands.
right?
Yeah. Which, I mean, judging by the trailer, it looks like that's a reasonable assumption.
Yep.
You have a pretty good show.
Well, not
on
only
your hands.
that, they gotta make these announcements, man. Disney Plus, dude, it's
you
gonna
can't be holding back punches anymore.
Disney Plus is gonna hurt Netflix so fucking bad, bro. I'm not even. It's
Oh, it's bad. Well, I mean, it was bad the moment they announced that all the Marvel stuff was gone.
yeah,
I mean, that sucks.
yeah, dude.
So that by itself, and then other services were taking away stuff like Friends or whatever the fuck. Like they're losing a lot of shit. And so if they're going to live and die by their own created content, they need, and they are. I mean, we've talked about it in the past, where for the next couple of years they're dumping billions of dollars into in-house created programming.
Yep.
They better hope some of that shit, if not all of it,
Sticks. It sticks well.
that's going to be tough.
But hey, that's great news. Makes me even more excited for The Witcher, knowing that like you have something to invest in.
Yes.
Be curious to see if they release them all at once. So Disney, for a lot of their stuff, for their new stuff, it looks like they're going to be going on the thing where they're going to be releasing 1 to 3 episodes on launch and then weekly after that. And I kind of like that.
It gives you the ability to micro binge up front.
Exactly.
And then you're really
and
hooked.
then you're hooked, and then you have something to look forward to every week. It's like an event, right?
And that's
It's-
also smart because it usually takes a new show at least 3 episodes to get to a point where
You're hooked.
you know, 1, if you like the show, and 2, get you hooked
Yeah.
from wanting more. Like that's a fairly standard thing. It usually takes the first 3 episodes, give or take. So I think that's smart too. And it allows their production to be a little less crazy.
Well, it allows people to keep talking about a show every
Yes.
week. It keeps them in the social
it's
media.
not just
an
like
event.
a spike where everyone's talking about it for like a week.
That's it.
And then it's done.
Yeah.
It's a spike up front and then tries
A
to
weekly
keep it pegged
discussion.
every week.
Yeah.
And so
I
from
like
like
it.
the social media perspective, it makes a lot of sense as well.
I like it. And if you still want to binge, you got your Netflix and your Prime Video and all this other stuff. You can still binge all kinds of shit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Disney is definitely too big for its own britches right now, and I wouldn't want to see them acquire any more people because it's getting a little too.
It's
They
big,
own too much shit.
but you know what? They're not fucking it up. So I'm like, it's okay.
They're not. But like, you don't want them to get to a size where if
already
they do
there.
fuck up,
They're already there.
then it's a problem.
They're already at that size.
That's
They're-
true. So let's keep it. Let's stop them from going any further. Let's not let them get any crazier. That's.
Oh, Lion King.
Oh right, you were gonna give your
Yeah,
thoughts
so-
on the new Lion King.
First half of the movie,
Yeah.
not for me, dog.
Okay.
Second half of the movie, when Timon and Pumbaa came in,
Yes. That was for you.
that was for me.
All right.
They are the best part of the movie.
Okay.
I found the young Simba, although the young kid, the voice actor, I thought he was great. Didn't think his singing chops were
Were
where
quite
they
there?
needed to be there.
Yeah.
Also, Donald Glover, who played older Simba,
Mhm.
I didn't think his vocal chops were
Okay.
all there. I mean, he gave it the Donald Glover spin, and so it was very Lion King-y, but modern. But at the same time, I couldn't help but just hear Donald Glover giving his rendition of Lion King songs, which some of it just didn't work
It was Donald Glover karaoke, Jeff.
a little bit. They also murdered my favorite song in all of Lion King, which is the "Be Prepared" for the Scar. You know, "Be prepared." That they did a weird rendition of it. Was garbage. That was horrible.
That's yikes.
Beyonce, you could tell she. I heard bad things about Beyonce in this movie. I actually didn't mind her at all.
It can't be her singing.
It wasn't her singing.
Her
I actually
acting.
didn't think any of that. I honestly, The only thing I could say about it is there was one in particular song, which it was her and Donald Glover singing together, which was the best song in the movie, and she crushed it. But you could tell she was holding back a lot because if she gave it everything, she would have made him look like
it's
fucking...
it's too big a difference between the two, right?
Like, you could tell she was bringing down her talent to match his ability to sing.
That's almost what happened with In the Shallows or whatever with Lady Gaga and what's his name? Is that she didn't hold back, and he did a he did a fucking amazing. He did a good job, but it was a pretty big chasm between the two of them, right? And it would have ended up sounding like that.
Yeah. So my biggest gripe with the movie is it felt soulless. The only time that it felt alive and genuine was Timon and Pumbaa.
Or Timon and Pumbaa?
That was it. Timon and Pumbaa, that was it.
Was it Timon or Simone?
Timon.
Is it?
With a T.
Simone!
Simone and Pumbaa. Simone and... Seth Rogen was
great
funny.
job.
Dude, he was so charismatic. And it worked so fucking... It worked so great for the character. Like, just the look of him and everything, it was just perfect. Perfect casting, best casting.
I think that, that was definitely
he was incredible. I actually laughed out loud several times. But everything else just seemed, it was a copy off the original, basically scene by scene, and it just felt dull because everything was so hyper realistic that the expressions on their faces and stuff, it was like looking at a lion. He was mouthing it, but there wasn't those.
Well, when you get cartoony, the eyes, everything can be hyper exaggerated. To like convey the emotion. Even more. It's kind of like if you watch a movie and people are like dramatically acting, and then you go to a play, like an actual play, and because people are further away and they can't see everything is extra and big and facial, everything is huge. And they do that with animation. And if you watch people do the animation for reference for the animators, they're acting like they would be on stage where everything's big and exaggerated. And when you saw the trailer, I didn't see the movie, but I know what you mean from the trailer, is that they went for such realism that, yes, everything is happening.
When Mufasa died and there was like that huge scene, you couldn't, like, it didn't even give me goosebumps. Like,
nothing.
I could watch the animated one every time and like have goosebumps. And
it's like listening to a monotonous voice.
That's what it was.
But in video form.
And even Mufasa, who had, James Earl Jones came back and reprised his role. Even certain scenes that he was in, you could tell like he's getting older. He doesn't have, like, he still has the chops, but it's not the same. It just felt like a budget Lion King. It looked like, and the visuals out of this world. I mean, and everything was fucking digitally done. You're looking at rocks and stuff, and everything just looks so fucking real. Like, there are times where you're like, okay, that's animated. But 95% of the time, you're going, you got to like remember that the shit is animated. It's so crazy.
And that's probably why the Timon and Pumbaa thing was your favorite part, is because those characters allow them to vocally be more emotive. So even if the animation wasn't 100% there, the characters themselves allowed them to be a little bit more. Whereas the other characters in the movie would have benefited from having the more traditional, cartoony, over-exaggerated kind of animation style to help them. Overall, it's obviously a beautiful movie. But
it was gorgeous.
But
and I would say out of if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it a 6.5. Maybe a 6.
That sounds about right.
It wasn't a waste of time.
No.
The second half, really a lot more enjoyable. The climax of the movie was fairly well done, although still, once again, not enough emotion because you can't fully connect to real-life looking National Geographic lions saying some of this outlandish dialogue, like this cartoony animated dialogue.
Without expression.
Exactly. It just looks weird.
And
then also, like, to be perfectly frank, too, there's been a couple of moments in the movie, especially with Scar, where you could literally hear it on the microphone. Like, you could
plosives on the mic?
You could hear
what?
You could hear audio, like,
that's weird.
Yeah, and not only that, dude, some of the voice acting was just poorly done. The hyenas, like a couple of the hyenas, totally out of place. Wasn't buying it. It felt like I was listening to voice actors acting. And maybe it's also because it was so hyper realistic. It's like watching one of those movies, you know, where you're watching one like a dog movie, say for example, like Air Bud.
Yeah,
And you're looking at a dog, and you're hearing the dog like voice act, and you know, as an adult watching it, you're listening to a voice actor voice act a dog.
Bound.
It's like literally, it's like Homeward Bound at times.
Yeah.
But in Lion King, so you have nothing. It's so out of, like, there's such a disconnect that you're almost critiquing vocal performances, and you're hearing a performance, not watching a performance. Like, it's this weird, it's hard to explain. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it.
Yeah.
And it just took me out of the movie a bit. It was just weird, dude. It really felt like nobody in the movie, even Mufasa himself, James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
It felt like there was no connectiveness. It's almost like every voice actor was in a different studio at different times and in their own world, reading lines, and then they spliced it all together to make it all fit. Nothing felt genuine, very little, except for Timon and Pumbaa. Those were the ones where it really mixed, where you're like, holy shit, like, I feel like you get into it, like, you buy it. Everything else just felt so formulaic and so, I don't know. It felt too structured and weird. It was bad. And now that I think about it, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. You're
giving the back half a 5 and the front half a 0.
Like, I'm telling you, it was weird.
Yeah.
It was a fucking weird experience. Gorgeous as fuck. At times, really funny with Timon and Pumbaa. Some of the songs were well done, and it was nice to get a different vibe. Other than that, bro, a lot of it just
didn't land.
Didn't land, bro.
And that's what I saw in the trailer
bro.
for me, was like, it just looked like it wasn't going to land. I mean, it just seemed, and it was one of those movies that, again, like, I get that they're trying to, go back to the well on these movies, but there are some Disney movies that they're too big to go back to and redo.
Yeah.
And The Lion King might be the movie that I would have said if somebody said, "Hey Adam, what's one movie that Disney should never go back and try to do?"
The Lion King.
A movie again.
Don't do it.
It would be The Lion King.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's their show.
Yeah.
The Lion
like,
King is
I
it.
truly feel like if they really wanted to do it, they should have just taken all the voice acting from the original and then dubbed it onto new animation shit, and that would because somebody said it, like, the actors are too famous, and I did feel that in certain parts.
Like, you're hearing the actor.
Like, I'm here. 100%.
Yeah,
and they weren't even. A lot of them weren't even, like, trying to act a character. They were just literally.
Well,
like Zazu and stuff. Like, there's a few characters that really brought it on.
In these movies, though, that's what the studio's hiring them for. They're hiring them for their voice.
Yeah.
They don't want them to act a different voice.
And
otherwise, they get a voice actor.
it felt like, honestly, dude, it felt like it was like the entire cast of Black Panther decided to come together and make a Lion King movie. It felt like it felt very, like, Black Power-y too. Like,
I'm glad you said that. I'm not allowed to.
yeah. Well, it just and there was no indication of that. Like, it didn't.
No.
Like, it wasn't like a theme or any, like, nothing. But it felt so black. Like, and it was because
Well,
I know,
Jeff, it's Africa.
I know, but I mean, fuck. Like, it felt like the first one didn't feel that way.
No.
This one, like, felt like even the renditions of the songs were, like, very, like, I know that they were going for this authentic African type thing, but it felt too Black Panther-y. And Black Panther did it right, and this one just felt like they were injecting black in there just because they had so many African American voice actors, like, in this movie. I don't know. It didn't work for me, bro.
To Africa.
That's what it was. Like, fuck. So anyway, that's
There
it
you
for
go.
me. 5 out of 10.
Well, there you go. That's I think that's all we've got for movies and TV.
That's
Jeff.
it. Boom.
We're moving on into the
Tech
next segment.
support.
Ladies and gentlemen, patreon.com/lagtv, LAGTV is where you can go to join in and financially help support this podcast so that we can keep bringing you this kind of stuff every single week if it is your bag. And of course, once you hit that $100 of either upfront right away, bam, or over time, you'll be able to send us your information. We'll be able to send you some swag as well. And if you're wondering why StarCraft stuff hasn't happened, it's because we don't have any.
Yeah, we do.
No, I mean like replays. Do we have any?
Oh yeah. Oh no, not for when cheese. We still have we still have 6 games left.
We have
to
games
post.
to post. I
Yes.
meant in terms of like.
Oh
stuff
yeah, no,
that-
you guys gotta send some shit in.
Yeah, that hasn't been happening.
Send some shit in. I'm gonna make it once that stuff's up. I'm gonna make a video.
Yeah.
and then we'll do the Will Cheese fail.
Yeah. We need to get replays in on that bad boy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah. $10 and higher a month will get you into the coveted spot of
Boom.
being able to ask us questions each and every week. As I. There we go. As I figure out, M left her cell phone in my car, and so she's got one of the other nurses on site. She is messaging me through Facebook on her phone, trying to coordinate how we're going to get
Her phone?
her phone back to her. Okay, let me just refresh this, make sure we get everything. We do. And there we go. Let's see what we've got. Will Hawkins asks, do you play the lottery? And if so, what's the most you've won? No, I don't.
Nope. I've done it maybe 3 or 4 times in my life, and I only did it because I went in to a gas station, and they were like, would you like lottery tickets? And I'm like, fuck, if I say no, and then that would have been it, and then if I say yes, maybe that was, the universe telling me to buy a lottery ticket. So I did that a few times, and I realized the universe ain't telling me that.
Wasn't
They're
telling
just
you shit.
programmed to ask me that, so I buy
Yes.
lottery tickets.
You win on it.
So, yeah, it's a big nope for me,
No
dog.
wins, though.
No.
Yeah, I don't either. The most I do for that is Christmas time stocking stuffers. I buy like a
Scratch
little
tickets?
package of scratch stuff just for the meme.
Boom.
I win. I usually every year
Break even.
I get awfully close to break even,
There you go.
and that's it.
There you go.
Because you usually get like $5 here, $5 there. You
Yeah,
do
you
your
pay
thing.
a few bucks for a little bit of entertainment.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
I do have a family member that won the QE2
Lottery home.
once.
Yes.
That happened.
Boom.
And then I think and then she won something else major not long after that. It was same
Damn.
grandmother.
Before we bought this house, we went and we looked at several houses, and one of them we actually found out was one of the QE2 lottery homes.
Oh, really?
We just didn't know.
Usually people just sit
Yeah.
on them and then sell them later.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, which is what she did do. And then
Smart.
she updated her own home because.
Why not?
Next up, what do we got here? Would you? 8910 asks, would you take a guaranteed $2 million or a 50-50 chance at $30 million? Take $2 million all day. 100% chance of $2 million, or a 50% chance at 30. That is way too low of an opportunity to go with 0 when I can take $2 million.
I'd probably take the 2
I
million.
mean, you can turn that $2 million into $30 million.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
take the
what's
$2 million.
what's the difference? You get 2 million or 30 million. Really, I mean, your life is going to be
wildly different, regardless.
doesn't
of which.
matter.
Take
Yeah.
the 100%
Yeah.
on that one
every time.
Every time. No, don't play the lottery on that one.
No,
Just
the 2.
take the money.
Take the 2 million.
Just take the money. Let's see. Stuka asks, what 90s video game IP, so what 90s video game basically, or like the property, so series, that has not been since the 90s, would you like to see come back in all new games? In an all new game that's not a remake. Okay, so a new game in a franchise that hasn't been around since the 90s, basically. What would you maybe like to see?
Since the 90s?
Yeah, since like the last time we've seen is like since the 90s.
Fuck, I was going to say Jet Set, Radio Future.
That's
But I
early
think that's
2000s,
early
2001 or some
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. Unless you, I mean, technically, because the
'Cause they're-
Dreamcast was Jet Grind Radio.
That's right. That was late 90s.
So, I mean, yeah, I'll let you go.
You
on
gonna
that
let me
one.
slide on that
Yeah,
one?
Yeah.
There we go.
And
You go Jet
that's
Set.
good. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
I've got 2. One is sort of happening, but not in a way that I'm on board with. I want to see a new Road Rash, a proper Road Rash.
Okay.
Which is like sort of happening. I can't remember what the name of the game is, but it's basically somebody ripping off Road Rash without actually making a Road Rash. And the other one would be I'm down for battle tanks.
Ooh, battle tanks.
Yeah, like
Damn.
Battle Tanks Global Assault.
I haven't even fucking heard of that shit in a long time.
Battle Tanks Global Assault is a dope game. Green cartridge.
I have it in the other room.
Was fun co-op and whatnot.
Yep.
And great multiplayer. Really fun multiplayer. And I think that would be a super fun a super fun remake today. I think that'd be pretty dope. A little indie developer could get on it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I mean, you've already got World of Tanks now, so I mean, you're kind of.
But it's an arcade. It's wildly different.
Of,
like that's like realistic. This is like all arcade. You're literally taking female heads as their queens and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's some weird
It's like
post-apocalyptic shit.
It's like a Twisted Metal, but tank version.
Pure tanks.
Yeah.
It's a pretty dope game. Like all the different tank types and stuff you can have. Let's see. Mr. Stars says, I feel like we've heard this before, and I can tell you we have multiple times, but where did Life's a Glitch come from? So maybe there are some people that haven't heard this. Probably are, honestly. So Life's a Glitch TV, so Lag TV. So Life's a Glitch came from before Jeff kicked in my door and said, let's make a YouTube channel. I had
greatest thing I ever did.
It's a solid day. I mean, the Chuck Norris tease didn't play out.
That didn't play out,
but Life's a Glitch,
that fucking played out.
The YouTube channel, that played out.
Hell yeah.
So I had a blog on GameSpot.com back when they still had actual user, like an entire user community where they gave a shit. And I did reviews and stuff. That's where I first started doing reviews. I was like 15 years old when I was writing that shit. So I had it for years, and I had a segment that I had started like maybe a year previous or so where I was highlighting glitches in games. And like fun, crazy, stupid glitches and shit. And it was called Life's a Glitch. I thought it was a clever name.
It is a clever name.
Life's a bitch, Life's a glitch.
Yep.
And so when Jeff came in and he was like, let's do a YouTube channel, I said, all right, what are we going to call it? And I sat there and said, well, I have this thing. Why don't we call it Life's a Glitch TV? Lag TV for short. That has a ring to it.
Boom. I didn't even rebuttal it.
Just said, done. We're on. And that's all.
And then it was born.
And it was born.
October 28th, 2010. First video, November 1st, 2010.
Six pool
tutorial.
Learn how to do it.
God damn. Look at us now.
Just a bunch of old, haggard men.
Crazy, dude.
And we're only 30.
Dude, I feel like I lived a lifetime.
I
shit you not, bro, the last 10 years of my life
disappeared.
It feels like I've lived 30 years.
Yeah, and yet it also feels like it went
very fast.
Very fast.
Like it's so insane.
An entire lifetime, but like it lasted 3 days.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
For sure. Let's see. Oh, Phil says you can travel back in time and stop yourself from picking up a video game. What would you prefer to have never played?
Never played. Honestly, Dark Souls 2.
That was a bad game.
It's fucking horrible, bro.
It was broken
I'm just gonna and I'm not saying that because it's the worst game I've ever played. It's because you've gone from such a great game
to dog shit.
Yeah. From just a pure money grab, fast turnaround garbage. And then you even play something like Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne, and you realize even still how much better those were.
Like the only studio change was that middle piece.
That was it. I'm going with Dark Souls 2, bro. I wish I never fucking played it. It was horrible.
I'm gonna go with man. That's a good choice. I'm gonna go with a game called Hand of Fate 2.
I don't even think I know what that is.
It was Hand of Fate, relatively recent. It was probably the angriest I've ever been in a video game in my life. And I've played some shit video games. I'm going to go Hand of Fate 2. Hand of Fate 2 or something that would be like more easily recognizable. No, I'm going to go with Hand of Fate 2.
All right.
It's the angriest I've ever been in a fucking game. Oh, The Witness.
I know what that. I know
Fuck
what
that
one is.
game. Yeah. By the way,
that puzzle game.
Also Nier. There you go.
Oh,
Nier Automata.
You fucking hated that shit. Yeah.
I got a couple. I've played some bad games, Jeff. I've played some bad. I mean, Nier's not like a terrible game. I just hate it.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've answered that one before a few times. Vlad, if you could forget you've ever played a game you've loved so much that you can replay it again for the first time, which would you play? Which would you choose? It's a game that you'd like to forget entirely so you could play it again.
Mario 64.
It's a good choice.
I'm full of good choices, bro.
It's weird because if I could go back in time and play a game for the first time, that's different than me replaying a game now for the first time. Because if I reached back and said, like I said, Morrowind, like my favorite game of all time, I played that today after forgetting all of it, it would not give me the same feeling as when I played it.
I think Mario 64 would still give me that
back
feeling,
then.
bro. I think it'd still give me that feeling.
If I could go back in time and play it over again and forget about it, Morrowind. If it had to be a game today that I could forget everything and play it again, Persona 4. That would be my two choices. From your fellow fallen brother, Chico. This comes in from Chico. From this No Nut November. $1 million is given to you for every month that you don't nut. How much money are you guys making? I'm making 12 mil, and then I'm good.
Okay, so ask that question again.
How many months? If you get $1 million for every month you don't nut, how much money are you getting? I'd tap out at about 10. I'd do 10 months. $10 million.
months?
$10 million. Zero nut.
Oh man.
And then just live the rest of my life and just.
I mean, zero nut, dude. I honestly could probably go
Get real
at
zen.
$1 million
$1 million
per
bucks
month.
a month. Just go zen, bro.
I mean, I could do 2 years.
Just zen it.
Yeah, I could do 24. I literally could go 24 months. Bro.
Meditate.
Yeah, I mean, for the money, I could definitely do it.
Yeah.
I could. I'd be focused. And the great thing about it is that every month you're getting paid $1 million. So like it's not like you have to wait 2 years to get any money.
You're just getting the money.
So like every month you're looking forward to that next $1 million. So I think
right.
I honestly think I could do 2 years, because then at that point it's like, listen, like I'm just gonna start coming because I have so much money now. Like
just
I don't
doesn't matter.
I don't give a
Fuck you
fuck.
money.
And that nut after 2 years, look out.
There's gonna be some. I mean, the body absorbs a lot of that, but there's gonna be some old shit in there. You're gonna be blowing the pipes out.
Yeah, and it'd be painful too. Like it'd probably hurt. You know what I mean? It'd be like your grandmother's fucking house pipes after fucking winter, and you fucking get your fucking water going, bro. They're
Spurt. It's like air stuck in the pipes. You gotta get the air out.
Fuck, man, my dick hurts even just thinking about it.
Yeah, that'd be bad. That'd be bad. Let's see. Jamaican Jazz, how would you go about trying to help somebody with high-functioning depression? I did it for 5 years. Is it a concept that I've been struggling to wrap my head around for about a year or so, so I was wondering what your opinions were about, if you have any. Here's somebody who did it for 5 years. Let me give you the lowdown on the shit. Actually, a little longer than that, because I had 2 different people. So the warning sign here, or the biggest warning up front, is you can't help somebody if you have no energy. If your batteries are drained, you can't recharge the batteries of somebody else. Which is normally the goal of somebody with high functioning depression, is that they're drained all the time, and you're trying to prop them up, make them feel happy, and give them your energy. The problem is, if they have high functioning depression and they're not doing anything to try and fix it actively, and you're giving so much energy, you inevitably bottom out. And then you put yourself at risk for joining them in the high-functioning depression category. And then everyone's fucked, and nobody gets anything done. That's the biggest warning I've got. Outside of that is, unless your ass is a psychologist or a psychiatrist, all you can do is support within reason, but protect yourself from being caught up in it, and help them get the help that they need from the source that's going to actually be productive.
Yeah.
Don't try and do it all on your own, because you are going to kill yourself. Believe me. And that's really the only 2 things you need to know. Outside of that, there's no advice. There's no Dr. Phil shit. All you can be is emotionally available as much as you can without completely bottoming yourself out. And then make sure that you advise them to, work towards maybe go seek some help, go talk to somebody professionally, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe see the doctor. Maybe depending on what's causing the depression, maybe you need medication to even you out. Maybe because it could be something that isn't just life related. It could actually be imbalance. Maybe you need something like that. You don't know. You sure shit don't know. So urge them to go do that.
Go see a professional,
and then don't get yourself caught up in it. Oh, this is a really long question for a really short and sweet answer. Aaron C. Well, I'm going to assume is Aaron Carter. Because let's be honest, Aaron Carter's not doing anything right now, and he probably has the time to watch this podcast. Asks, in a previous
Can he
episode...
afford this Patreon, though?
Probably not.
There you go. So it's probably not Aaron Carter.
Cocaine's expensive.
It's very expensive.
In a previous episode, you talked about how you shouldn't wash your clothes after each wash to preserve its longevity, which I agree. How do you execute this logistically? How do you keep track of how many times you have worn a given piece of clothing so you know when it's due to be washed? After you wear something, do you put it back originally, like in the closet, or do you hang it separately, like behind a door, so you know it's starting to get dirty and will need to be washed at some point? Please help. Aaron Carter's struggling, Jack.
All right, Aaron, I do this in 2 ways.
Okay.
All right?
What do you got?
The first one is I wear the same clothes multiple days in a row.
Oh, yeah, the irony is Aaron Carter actually bought a house in Nova Scotia just recently. Sorry, continue. It's actually Aaron Carter. We're talking Aaron Carter right now.
Okay, fantastic. Hey, Aaron. We'll get you on the podcast sometime.
I like your one song.
I don't.
I actually don't even remember the name of it, but
good job.
You did a good job.
Yeah.
You tried.
So the first one is I wear the same clothes multiple days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I'll faithfully change is my underwear.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
Yep.
So even my socks, I'll wear like 2-3 times.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck.
Yep.
These pants, we're on day 3.
Nice.
So they will be washed pretty soon. I might go day 4. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I might go day 4. There's no stains on there.
Dude, I've got sweatpants that I wash once every 2 weeks.
There you go.
I wear them daily.
My sweater, I'm wearing my shirt. I actually have 2 of these shirts, so sometimes I don't even know they're both identical. But so either I'll wear them multiple times in a row until the point where I'm just like, okay, they need to get washed. The other thing is I actually have a drawer in my dresser that if I'm switching things up, so say, for example, I'm in, because I have like my work clothes, which is always sweats and a sweater.
Yeah.
That's the show.
Yeah.
Like that's...
Especially at home when you're
that's
working.
That's it. I mean, that's it. I don't wear jeans or fucking... I need to be comfortable. So what I do is I put... I have a drawer, and I put all the clothes that I've been wearing in the drawer. Mm-hmm. Because there's like 3 or 4 pants and 3 or 4 shirts that I pretty much exclusively wear.
Yeah.
So I put those in those drawers until they're ready to be washed. And like so much so that Kayla will ask me, like say if I'm in the shower, my clothes
what's dirty?
She'll ask me like, what do you want washed? Like what's dirty? Is this still dirty? Like she'll ask me, is this dirty? And then I'll say, no, I'll wear that again. So we just kind of do that. That's pretty much it.
I'm similar. I mean, for me, it's if I've worn them, they're folded and they're placed separately in the room from everything else. And since we work from home, you and I both, we have a set of clothes that gets worn a lot just for that because we're at home. We don't need to dress up fancy. And so, I'll wear, unless, like, for me, it's, did I sweat to death in them for whatever reason? Maybe I was playing a game where I was like, it was intense, playing competitive games. You sweat them out. Maybe I only wear it once. Mm-hmm. But if I'm just sitting in my chair and I'm playing a relaxing game or I'm doing office work.
Maybe I shit myself all day.
And I just, maybe you just fuck
bad
yourself
gas.
up.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta gauge what you've done in your clothes,
That's
right?
It.
Like
That's
it's like when we talked about the jeans thing before, it was like I could wear jeans for like 2 months and never wash them.
Yep.
Because I'm not running in them.
Yeah.
I'm not doing aerobic exercise in my jeans.
No.
I'm not.
You went to dinner, Adam. You went to dinner and you came home.
I went to dinner. I came home.
And that was the show.
I went to groceries. I came home.
Yeah.
There's nothing on. There's nothing on the jeans. Like there's no use of just blasting through your jeans because you wore them for like 4 hours. That's just silly,
bro. Let's just keep it real. I'm a 32-year-old dad.
Yeah.
Gamer dad.
Yeah.
Full time.
That's a hell of a combo.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, bro.
Yeah.
Laundry for me is like once a week. That's it. That like for clothes,
and it's mostly underwear and socks.
That's
for me.
it. That's the show, bro. I could have 3 or 4 shirts and pants, and I could live off that for a year, and wear the same shit all the time, bro. I ain't got like this. Ain't fucking. I'm not 21 years old, going out like trying to impress or like feel like I gotta fucking like do. Bro. My fuck-so-meter, if I don't stink and I'm feeling fine, I don't give a fuck. I'm putting the same shit on,
If you're
bro.
going out, if you're like people are like, dude, I've worn boxers 2 days in a row.
You're fucking right I have. I mean, bro, there's
like again, people are like, well, if you fart, you got like little micro shit in your
bro,
pants.
guess what?
I don't
give a fucking.
I don't care,
dude.
I'm Is your girlfriend eating your ass on day 2 of not showering?
No, bro.
No.
And let me tell you something. When it comes to fucking too, if I'm getting ready, if I'm like,
I'm washing up I'm
I'm having a shower before I go to bed anyway.
Yeah.
Like after I'm done in my basement all day.
I'm not rolling.
I don't
right
go
into
right
some
into bed and say,
sex.
"Baby, let's get some fucky."
No.
Make sure you sucky. I'm going to the
you
fucking
smell
shower.
like ass.
I'm going
Yeah.
into the shower.
Yes.
And I'm putting my new boxers on and I'm going into bed. That's what
You are prepping.
the fuck is this, bro?
You're not.
Everybody fucking pretty much preps,
My
bro. What
God.
the fuck? I don't give a shit, bro. I don't give a flying fuck. I'll wear the same shit 2-3 days in a row. I don't give a fuck. Call it dirty, call it whatever. At the end of the day, suck my dick. I don't give a fuck. I know
you'll
it
be
stinks.
able to too
I know it does
because you
stink.
shower before.
Exactly. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm a fucking grown ass man. If
Yeah.
I want to fucking wear my boxers 2 days in a row, I'm gonna fucking wear my boxers 2 days in a row. Let somebody say something about
If you can smell my 2-day-old boxers through my jeans when I go out to get groceries, then I've made a mistake. The odds of you doing that, I don't wipe my ass with my boxers. You're not going to smell them.
I don't give a shit, bro. People are showering before they do it.
People are so like a lot of people are so hell-bent on being super clean all the fucking time and in making their house super, and not in like the I vacuum, but like I need Lysol on every surface. I can't have if there's been a person that sneezed once in this house, I need a Lysol every surface in this house twice.
They're getting fucking fingerprints at a crime scene, bro.
Ace Ventura. Dustin for fingerprint.
No.
It's crazy.
Nah.
Slow down.
I couldn't even live with that, bro. If my wife started doing some crazy shit like that, she felt the need to fucking change her clothes every 12 hours and I'd be like, woman, you need to fucking dumb it down a bit. I need some dirty in my life, bro. And I'm not even gonna lie, bro. A little bit of dirty sometimes, I ain't got no problem with that either. I'm just gonna keep it real, bro.
No.
I'm gonna tell you, this never happens, but say if I'm out camping and shit, or if I'm, we're out doing some shit, bro, and I want to do some fucking in the backseat of my car or in a tent and we're dirty, I'm all for it, baby. There's just bring it the fuck.
Who
I don't
fucking cares?
I don't fucking care, bro.
Who cares?
I don't give a fuck.
Grow the fuck up.
I
man.
don't give a fuck.
I don't need to be freshly showered, bathing in cologne.
Give me some stank once in a while. I don't even care. I can handle it. Give me some stank once. I don't give a fuck. I ain't hurting you.
Oh,
come on now. I'm a grown ass man. I can handle it.
Some people are fucking weak, bro.
I can handle it. There ain't nothing wrong with it once in a while.
It's like the same people that buy new clothes once every 2 months.
Nah. Bro,
Like,
I buy clothes once every 2 years.
Dude, I still have a sweater from high school
There you go.
that I wear
There you go.
regularly.
There you
and
go.
now M also wears it regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's fucking, people are so fucking hung up on that shit. Everything is new and fresh all the time. It's like, oh my God, if I don't have new clothes like every 6 months, I'm just going to be a bum.
Bro, this
I
ain't the
can't-
first 3 days of high school and grade 10 where
No.
you want to go fresh every
No,
day
you
and
don't
show
need-
off your
no.
new wardrobe that you got at Sports Check.
Get away from that shit. You're wasting your money.
Welcome to real life, bro.
yeah.
Welcome to real motherfucking life. You know, the real life where your parents aren't doing your goddamn laundry and you're paying the fucking
right.
laundry bill.
That's
This
right.
is the shit where you're like, you know what? It still smells clean. I'm going for it.
Yes. You know why? Because if it smells clean, odds are.
I can honestly say,
It's
I can
pretty
honestly
clean.
tell you this. I have not in my life, in my single adulthood life, remember a time where Adams come over and go, Jeff, your clothes stink.
No.
Have you showered? Bro, what are you wearing?
And we've done some.
Bro, we have literally sat in a room where the both of us have died.
Yes.
Like actually
died.
died.
Where my father walked in the room.
Dead.
Danny boy walked in and went, "Who shit themselves?"
Yes, literally.
And nobody has ever.
Nobody. It doesn't happen, bro.
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't fucking
It
happen.
doesn't fucking happen.
Doesn't fucking happen.
Dude, we used to do DDR in
Yes.
the summer
Yes.
with a box fan
Yes.
and empty 2-liter Coke bottles filled with water.
Yes.
Because our teenage selves were sweating like whores in church.
Mm-hmm. Zero fucks given, bro.
And at no point was somebody like, man, you know what? Need to change those pants. Come on now. Come on now.
I'm basic, bro. I'm a basic bitch. I don't give a fuck.
Damn. Alexa asks, if you guys had to move to any country or place, all basic living expenses paid for, like a house, clothes, food, where would that be? So basically, if you didn't have to worry about basic living, where would you choose to live?
Canada. I'm just gonna keep. Somebody
Keep it 100.
I'm just gonna keep it 100. Canada.
Yes,
I can't really.
Vancouver specifically.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Vancouver.
Because that place is
Give me-
expensive as fuck.
Yeah. Give me Vancouver.
Vancouver. I'd even
And-
fucks with Halifax, to be honest with you.
Hey, if you know,
Because
honestly,
if I didn't have to pay for any of
if
that
I don't
shit,
have to pay for anything,
Halifax is dope.
sure, why not?
Yeah, I'm on.
I'm staying. My ass
Barack
is staying.
Obama spoke here yesterday.
I know,
and
I
I'm
know.
salty I never heard about it. Apparently, it didn't matter anyway because it sold out in 9 seconds.
Great.
So
Yeah, I saw that. I saw clips of that shit on
salty
Facebook.
as fuck. I drove through the traffic, but I never got to saw him.
Great.
I never got to see him.
Barack was here.
Fuck, the second time actually. So he'll be back.
He'll be
hopefully.
back. You know,
He'll be
making
back.
those speaking. That's dirty speaking money right
That's
now.
right. Soak it up. Oh my god, getting blown up my phone right now. Alexa, if you could make one thing illegal, what would it be, and what would be the punishment?
Smoking.
Yeah,
Punishment, just a fine.
a large fine,
Yeah.
proportional fine,
There you go.
so that the
I like
rich
that.
can't just be like, "Fuck it, I don't care."
Exactly.
It's like rich people in parking illegally,
Yeah.
where they just don't care about the ticket.
Yeah.
'Cause
Exactly.
it's like they just it's fuck
yeah, it's
you
like,
money.
hey, you know what? Fuck it. You want to give me a $50 ticket?
I fine you 2% of your yearly income when you park wrong.
Yikes. Now we're talking. I'm going smoking. Get rid of it. Cigarettes. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. Vaping too.
Oh, get rid of it all, bruh. Get rid of it all.
Publicly.
Yes.
You do that in your own home. And I'm not even talking about I'm gonna be an asshole today. I'm not even talking on your own back deck unless you live in the middle of fucking nowhere.
In your fucking house.
If you're in suburbia and you're 12-foot firewall between you and your next door neighbor and you're on your back deck smoking and they're over there with their family and their kids trying to have a barbecue, I don't even want that.
No.
You're in your house.
Yeah.
You kill yourself and yourself only.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
bro.
it.
Yeah.
That's the show.
Bye-bye. That's what I'm going for.
I got to be that asshole.
And honest to God, bro, I couldn't give a fuck if somebody's like, bro, I like smoking. My fuckso-meter for that shit is about a 0. Wouldn't even feel bad, bro. I'd celebrate that shit. I'd celebrate it.
Holy shit! Sorry, I'm juggling this cell phone situation. All right, yeah, no, that would be it for sure. I can't like just, and I've got a lot of friends that still smoke, and it kills me.
Yeah.
It's actually killing them, but it kills me
Well, it's probably killing you too if you're around.
if I'm
them.
around them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get that it's a really difficult thing to stop doing, but that's why you just got to
That's why you make it illegal.
you got to make it illegal,
and you make a proportionary fine.
so in the future,
you just
other
stop.
people don't have to struggle with
You start taking people's money away. Watch how many people
Yeah.
quit smoking.
it. That's right.
I'm going to tell you that right now. You think it's real fucking hard?
Well, to be honest with you, they thought that was going to be the case when they started charging about $400 for a pack of cigarettes.
yeah, no.
That also didn't
You
work.
start fining people,
Yeah, that'll be a bigger
and you're
thing.
you're on it like white on rice.
Yeah.
Watch people start quitting.
Yeah.
Watch.
Oh, as soon as somebody said smoking is one of the biggest turnoffs for me. When I was doing Tinder files for the whopping 3 weeks that I did Tinder files, the moment I found anyone that smoked,
Bye.
I don't care if you're rich and beautiful and you got a great personality,
Yeah.
you got all that wrapped up, and you smoke.
Nope.
Sorry.
And it's gone.
Winston asks, have you seen the new SpongeBob trailer? There is a funny cameo that I think Adam would enjoy. Really? Shit, no, I haven't. And now I have to go look it up for some, and I will do that later on if I can remember to do that. But, dude, original SpongeBob with the original writers, fire show. Some of the funniest fucking cartoons
Good times.
ever done.
Let's do one more.
We don't have it.
All right. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another episode.
It's another episode of the Tactical Alpha Podcast. Patreon.com/LikeTV if you want to financially support. We'd absolutely love it. Thank you to everyone who's been subbing here. We had a couple roll through I spotted in chat. We don't have any notifications and stuff because we just try to keep it clean for the RSS feed folks as well. We will see you guys next week for more Technical Alpha.
Yep.
We hope to see you there. And until we do, peace. Should probably have gotten my mouse over here. It would have made this less awkward. Here we go. It's happening.